Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for your patience and for me being on vacation this last week that I wasn't able to do the 2-minute fishing report. So again, thanks for understanding. And by the way, we had a fantastic time. My son Josh and I had a great time up in Eagle Lake in Western Ontario. And a video will be coming out here shortly showing you some of the highlights of the trip. But as far as the fishing report is concerned around here, boy, a lot of the action's really heated up with the weather. And a lot of guys have come away with some really nice fish this past weekend. Some of those lakes include up in the northeast. Bitter continues to go quite well up there. A lot of fish right around the 14-15 inch range. A lot of the larger fish have been caught in the shallows, but boy, if you're wanting to catch quite a few fish, go to Bitter. Waubay started to pick up quite a bit as well this past week. Otherwise, Indian Springs, Dry Lake by Clark, also Goose, Swan, Clear Lake north of Hayti, as well as Reeds have all been producing nice walleyes. Down the southeastern part of the state, some of those lakes that really have picked up this past week include Dry Lake by Willow Lake, continues to do well. Otherwise, Ponce, Henry, Sinai, all really producing some great quality fish. Also, Oakwood had some great results this last weekend, east as well as west. And then Thompson, a lot of smaller fish being caught there. Otherwise, 81 Ponds, George and Henry WPA sloughs have been doing fairly well, especially in late afternoon and evening. And then also Twin and Vermilion have been doing quite well. What have people mainly been using? A lot of spinner rigs, a lot of crawler rigs. So single hook as well as double hook spinners have been really doing the trick this past week. And then as far as the panfish bite is concerned, the crappie bite is kind of picking up around the area as well as the bluegill bite. Some of the lakes that have been producing crappie across the eastern South Dakota include Scott Slough, Thompson, Vermilion. Also up in the northeastern part of the state, Pickerel, Reeds, as well as Clear Lake. Some guys that have been decent success for bluegills up at Enemy Swim, as well as Lake Pahoja in northwest Iowa. And what have guys been using? Again, the shiny hiney for the crappies. And for the bluegills, it's just been small pieces of crawler. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos from this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into the monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. So remember, take that photo and then send it to me. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to make sure you understand we have a great selection of spinners on hand. As I mentioned in the report, a lot of the bite has been on live bait rigs, whether or not we're talking about single hook or double hook. Stop on by and see the great selection of spinners we have here at the store. Also stop on by the store to take a look at what it's new. What am I talking about? It's our parking lot. We've actually had it redone. You don't need to have a 4x4 to get into our lot anymore. It is a nice, smooth parking lot. Come on out and take a look at it. Tell me what you think. Well, folks, that's this week's 2-minute fishing report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next week.